Now, let's look at some misconceptions about our favorite detective, Sherlock Holmes. M squared, that would be Michaela and Mara, resident nerds, please come join us on set.
All right.
Okay.
So we are going to be playing a Sherlockian game,
There we go.
doing a lot of cool Sherlockian things.
Got our nerds coming on to join us in this wonderful game of Sherlock misconceptions. So, what we've got here is this wonderful board with lots of different Sherlockian type clues. I will spin said board, and the rest of our nerds will try to guess what the misconception is related to Sherlock, and then I will give the correct misconception.
Yes.
So with that in mind, are we ready to begin?
I believe so.
I got it.
Okay, we have number 1. We are misquoting Sherlock. What do you think the misconception is?
Misquoting Sherlock.
Elementary, my dear Watson. He never said that,
That's a good one.
I think. Let's see.
Well-
Anyone else have anything else?
This clue, I have the correct thing here, except that it doesn't match what I have on the board.
What?
So, yeah, Una was correct. I unfortunately don't have that here, but luckily we have our producers in our ear telling me that she was correct. So,
Good job,
go
Una.
Una.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
And what he actually said was elementary at one point and my dear Watson at another point, but those two things never coincided. So, you know what? Elementary. My
Spin
dear
it again,
Una.
dear
Would have
friend.
never guessed.
Okay, number 7. Sherlock's track record.
I think he has more unsolved cases than he lets people know. If that makes sense.
All right.
Yes, what the card says here is that the misconception is that he was always right and solved every case. But in fact, he specifies that he was beaten 4 times,
Oh.
specified himself that he was beaten 4 times, 3 times by men and 1 time by a woman. And Watson also mentions multiple cases that Holmes can't solve. So there's a couple times where he can't rescue people and a couple where he gets the wrong conclusion.
There
So
you go.
while we think of him as being infallible, that is in
He
fact
has mistake-
wrong.
He has, indeed, 4 fouls.
Oh.
Yes, he's not infallible. He's fallible.
Oh.
Okay, number 14. Moriarty, Moriarty, Moriarty.
I have no idea what the misconception would be on Moriarty.
I'm sure there's something. I feel like Moriarty was an amazing villain, but kind of useless.
Useless.
Maybe?
I
have
also
no
don't have
idea.
the clue for that one. So,
Let's say Moriarty was handsome. I bet he was butt ugly.
I mean,
True.
that's possible. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. No, I did find it.
Okay, so
Okay.
apparently the misconception is that Moriarty only appeared, or was only...
Yeah,
What?
yeah. So basically, Moriarty is not as big of a deal as everyone makes of him. He
was
was
only in
not
one
the only
story.
adversary. He was only in one story.
Yes.
And like Sherlock, BBC has basically been like, wow, look at Moriarty, but in the real stories, that's not as big of a
Yes.
deal. As we are
Somebody
led to
lied to
believe.
me.
What do you know?
Very well.
BBC, man.
Silly BBC. Silly British people. Number
We
1
already
again.
did
We've
that.
already got that one. Let's do another one. Number 2.
Sherlock's trust in Watson. I bet he had a distrust for Watson just because let's go with opposites.
True.
There you go.
Yes, so what it says here is that the misconception is that Sherlock always trusted Watson. But in fact, Sherlock did respect Watson's medical skills, but didn't particularly trust Watson. So
wouldn't either.
in Baskerville, for example, he sends Watson to Dartmoor to follow the events. Sherlock also travels there in secret, so that because he doesn't trust what Watson's going to tell him. And in another one, he pretends that he's sick because he doesn't think that Watson can keep a secret. And so basically, he just doesn't trust Watson, even though he like reappears and doesn't tell Watson that he wasn't dead, and all sorts of stuff like that.
Okay.
So isn't that great? Go
Maybe
Sherlock.
that's why he didn't tell Watson.
Ooh.
I mean, it's possible.
There you go.
Okay, we're gonna do one more. Let's see what it is. Number 4. Sherlock's trademark clothing items.
So like the
Not a
deer
scarf.
stalker hat,
Oh,
I bet you it was the coat that
the
went with
coat and the hat.
the hat. I
Yeah.
bet you
yeah,
that's
no
it.
scarf.
No
No
scarf.
scarf and no black trench coat.
BBC lies.
Maybe no pipe?
So, the misconception is that he wore an Irvness coat and a deerstalker hat.
Oh,
Bummer.
In
Tears.
fact, he did wear a hat in the Boscombe Valley mystery in clothes fitting for the country, which are depicted in the illustration as the Iverness coat and deerstalker. But that is the one case, and only in the illustration. In London, he wore suits fitting of a gentleman. As you can see,
So more
everything
like
we
the
think
BBC
about him.
Sherlock.
proud of
is
him.
wrong.
Interesting.
So there's so many other things that are wrong, but unfortunately, that's all we have for today.